All right, friends, it is October 24, 2023, and I've seen a video like this recently showing neurons connecting with each other. Get out of the way here. And I'm watching this time lapse here. These, I believe, are neurons in a petri dish. So I don't know if in the brain how different that is, but either way, the visual impact is what I really, really enjoy. All these neurons are connecting with each other. And so seeing a video, one of these videos, not this specific, it was a different one I saw a while back, and then thinking about it in regards to quote-unquote remote viewing, and in regards to the threshold of awareness or the subliminal barrier, or what is considered the subconscious. And I was thinking about it. The theory that I go along with in regards to the threshold of awareness or the subliminal barrier is along the lines of a electromagnetic field within the brain that affects the thought process or the thinking process and memory retrieval and internal processing, mental processing, or what may be considered pre-conscious awareness or pre-conscious processing. And the notion that it may exist inside of an electromagnetic field. And I've done a lot of experiments with that to locate that field, that barrier, and using blind quote-unquote targets to be able to detect any or when an input might cross that barrier. But I'm thinking along those lines of that subject line, but in a completely different direction now, at least for this. So I'm hanging that thing up for a minute, and I'm looking at this in terms of becoming aware when actual quote-unquote remote viewing is taking place, and what that might look like. So I've explored the medulla oblongata, the dentate gyrus, the mossy fiber, pyramidal cells going into the C3 area, connecting to memory association networks. And this is kind of like that. But what I've been really, really contemplating is when an individual would become aware of actual quote-unquote remote viewing stimulus that is real, verifiable. And I've been thinking in terms of that the awareness happens when enough neural connectivity takes place. So, like in this example, here's the start again. Let's just use this as an example. This is the beginning of the attempt at a quote-unquote remote viewing, or the acquisition or the selection, the selector mechanism connects with a range of time and space, a specific range of time and space, the attractor mechanism begins to activate this type of activity. So at this level, it is not perceivable to the awareness level because there's not enough neuron activity. There's not enough connected nets. There's not enough neural connectivity to become aware of it. It's like underwater. I don't want to say underwater. That's too much like a subconscious reference. There's not enough neural activity for it to be detectable consciously. But as they grow, or as the connectivity, this would be like if I were to look at this as pattern separation, whereas the input in whatever state it exists in, which would be inside of here, inside of these pyramidal cells and neurons, is going through the process of pattern separation. So that the aspects of the range are being decoded properly, as opposed to pattern completion, where they're just attaching to a memory and that net completes. But as this, if it's pattern separation, the connectivity grows and grows and grows until it becomes, till there's enough activity here to enough stimuli, enough neural nets connected for it to stimulate the conscious awareness of the individual. So if that's the case, what I'm exploring is the awareness factor of the actual input when a real quote-unquote remote viewing is taking place. That the initial conscious awareness of it is based on neural connectivity more than an electromagnetic field within the brain structure. So of course I have to put this to the test. So I had to go and grab a blind practice target, which was this here. This is the name of the building. It's in Dubai. I forget the name. Khalifa, I believe. I think it's the tallest building in the world. That's the quote-unquote target. This is the range of time and space right here. And there's some other aspects to it that I'll get into. So when I go into this experiment, my intention, complete intention, is to stimulate, become aware of the stimulation of the neural connectivity that is this range of time and space right here. That is my main intention, and that's how I found anything else. Proprioception, cerebral peduncles, all of it is by my intention is to go there, and that's where I have the most success. So my intention here is to stimulate and give energy to the neural nets, the connectivity of the neurons and the mossy fibers and the pyramidal cells that are being stimulated by the input, and to increase them to see what would happen. So here's an example of that. So again, here's my range of time and space, this Khalifa tower. And let's watch as it happens here. Experiment 1291. This is my intention. The neural circuitry, the neural nets of this stimulus right here. Boom, right there. Boom, right there, right there, right there. So again, here's my intention. Is that I want to will my intention into this neural circuitry that is processing this range of time and space here. And I want to, my intention is to stimulate, give it more energy, because I want to know if it is a matter of a certain amount of neural circuitry that brings it into awareness, or if it's an electromagnetic field in the brain where the input finally breaks through the barrier. If that hopefully that makes sense. So right here is where I become aware of it. Right here is where I become aware. My main focus is on what is taking place in the neurons. Okay, this feel. See, it's a structure, but it's not completely vertical. I had to do that again. Feels. And there's trees. Tree. Could be there's trees down here, so it's tree structure. It's tall. Tan color. This is kind of silver and goldish. So I want to see what else is in there. Can I stimulate more of these neural nets here? 1, 2. That's a hard angle. That's a good ideogram there. I could feel it was good. I want to go into the neural nets. Where the input is. Inside of that is where this comes into my awareness. It's a horse. But it's not a living horse. I'm trying to process that. Again, the hard angle. The real hard angle. Meaning it's something man-made. This isn't just a horse. The completion, or the image in my mind, is an iron horse. Statue. Or a bull. That's in the pattern completion element there. And that's it. That's where I end right there. So I was very curious about this iron horse. So the tall structure, okay, trees in front, no problem. I was very interested in to see if within these neural nets here, I could find the rest, like the iron horse. And I did. This is in front of the building here. And if you look at it, it's, to me, it's a horse. They call it a horse. But it's huge, it's like a bull. So that would make sense to me as to why the pattern completion end of it would switch over into the memory comparison neural circuitry. I did a little bit more searching. This is also there. And this is exactly what came into my mind, was a horse doing this type of an iron or metal or bronze or whatever horse statue in this formation. This is what came into my mind, and this is right in here, right in the complex too. So, as an experiment of this as the intention, it's successful. This process right here, just like this. So this is all in here, moving through until it gets to be connected enough or strong enough to warrant the attention. That's my theory on that for right now. I like the theory. I'm going to keep working on it. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you find it interesting. Best is yet to come.